Hi, it's Al Nigrin again here to talk about the New Jersey Film Festival. We have our third and final interview for the spring 2012 season that's going to be taking place in a few moments. Just to give you a little bit of background information, the New Jersey Film Festival is celebrating its 30th anniversary, and we're going to have a wonderful series of films, over 50 films, long and short, that will be screening from January 20th through March 1st on select Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Check our website if you want to see our lineup. It's at njfilmfest.com. Well, today we have Frank Lisi here. He's the director of the Red Corvette, which is a feature film that will be screening on Friday, February 3rd. There'll be two short films, also by Jersey filmmakers, that'll be taking place prior to his film. And then, as his is the feature, he gets to get interviewed today. So welcome, Frank. How's it going?
Good, good. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about how you got involved in this project.
Well, I started writing the project while I was in post-production of my first project, and it was inspired by true events. And I have friends of mine that are from Philadelphia. They have a production team. And collectively, we had the ball rolling, started casting, and here I am today.
Tell us a little bit about the film itself.
Well, the film is about a young woman graduating high school who just doesn't fit in with the rest of the crowd, and they conspire. A couple of her rivals conspire. They steal her report or whatever. Make a long story short, she gets left back and she has to enroll in summer school. Well, when she enrolls in summer school, she's befriended by a mafia princess. And they have the summer of their life, and then all of a sudden her dear friend disappears. And you have to see the film to know the rest.
So how does the Red Corvette come into play?
Well, her friend, Bella, drives a Red Corvette. So the film is not really about a Red Corvette. Right. You know, it's Bella's car and the fun times they have in that car, to and from different places, clubs and school. And we had a lot of fun with this one. I cast a good friend of mine, Vinny Vella. People know from Casino and Sopranos. Also Artie Pasquale, who's also known from The Sopranos. There is Fabio Tagliarchio, who's a up-and-coming model in New York. My director of photography, Sonny Velosi, worked with me on my first project. And lead actress, Valerie Bauer, who's fantastic, and Catherine Messa, who plays Bella, and Valerie Bauer plays Cindy. I also threw myself a part in there, too.
Yeah, I noticed that you had a cameo, too. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I play Santino, the mobster. Vinny Vella plays my underboss. So.
Well, how did you find the two lead actresses, though? I mean, was it somebody you knew them, or did you do auditions? Well,
you know, I went to a film festival in Asbury Park a couple of years ago to see my friend Artie's film that was playing there, and I was introduced to Catherine Messa from an agent that I knew. And she looked like what I was looking for. And when she came to the casting, I had casting also in New York, and I had casting in Philadelphia for the Jersey and Philadelphia people. And she landed the role of Bella, who was going to play my daughter. And I pretty much cast about 75, pretty much the whole cast, but the lead character. Cindy. I had a hard time finding a Cindy. And I was at a screening of a documentary in New York City, and this beautiful woman comes walking into the theater, and I was sitting with the producer, and instead of looking straight ahead at the documentary, I couldn't take my eyes off this beautiful woman, which was Valerie Bauer. And I asked her, could you come for a reading? I'd like you to read for this part. And she landed it, and she's fantastic.
She really is. I think a lot of the movies we're showing this semester have really strong, very interesting, can't take your eyes off women, and your film certainly fits that bill. And I think that it's going to be interesting to see which film wins Best Feature, because there's similarities amongst all of the films. But, you know, I was curious, how much money did you sink into this film?
Well, it was they call low budget, ultra low budget. Well, mine's an extremely low budget. Okay.
What does that mean?
About under 30,000.
Right, and I thought that, you know, for 30,000, it looked like $1 million to me.
Thank you.
I think you did a lot with very little. As I mentioned a few weeks ago, we had folks from Calendar Girl. Their film looked great too, and you know that's what is amazing about filmmakers today with. You know, not having to shoot on film, using digital technology, you can put the money in to making the film look as polished as possible. I think you guys did a great job.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, the editor, Travis Wolf, was fantastic. He worked along with me, and I had a friend who owned the Red Corvette. You know, and that was probably going to be my biggest obstacle. It was like, okay, where am I going to rent a Red Corvette for 6 months? But he was like, he gives me a call, Frank, I got one. And I was like, okay, you know, and Tommy lent us his Red Corvette. We had a lot of fun with this one. I'm looking forward to seeing the other films in the festival. Thanks so much, Frank. The funny thing is that I didn't know Frank was also a Rutgers person until after we selected his film. So it's nice to see your film being played at the university. Yes. So, folks, this was our last interview, but you have to come and see Red Corvette. It's going to be playing on Friday, February 3rd at 7 p.m. in Voorhees 105 on the Rutgers College campus in New Brunswick, New Jersey. More information is at www.njfilmfest.com, or you can always call us at 732-932-8482. Thanks so much, and thanks, Frank, for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you.